Hi, this is Stephen again with NewBlue. Today we'll check out the Split Screen plugin from our Elements collection. NewBlue strives to solve complex problems with easy-to-use solutions so you can craft your story the way you really want to. Split Screen is a great example of that philosophy. For this video, we've got two shots with two dear friends talking to each other from very different locations. We can simply cut back and forth, but wouldn't it tell the story even better if we can use the classic split screen technique to bring these two together in one shot? Normally this is time-consuming, complicated, effect best handled by graphics department well-versed in After Effects compositing. In other words, it ain't gonna happen. But the split screen plugin makes this incredibly easy to do right here in your editor. We start with the footage of our two good friends as two layers on the timeline. On the bottom is the first one speaking from the right. Above her, we have her friend. This is where the split screen plugin comes in. We drag and drop the plugin onto the top layer. Split screen immediately gets to work. The default setting has our friends split one over the other, which is not what we want. The first thing I would usually do with our plugins is look for the great preset that approximates to what I want. In this case, I'll choose left half preset. We need to move our friend on the left over, and it would be good to put a little energy and definition into the split screen between them. First, drag the shift control place where you want her. Okay, great. But it's still a little odd. The friend on the left is looking slightly up while the friend on the right is slightly looking down. So let's rotate the split angle control to make the line between them match that angle. And there's a feather on it. While that's nice in some circumstances, I don't think it really works here. We can control it like this. Just move the slider up and down like this. But let's go ahead and set it to 0. I think to really sell this, there needs to be a line between them. So let's increase the line width here, and I'll set it to black. But we're not quite done. To really take this up a level, it would be great to have a split screen slide in. This is surprisingly easy to do with keyframes. First, you would press the keyframe button to turn on keyframes. Start by creating a keyframe that we have already set up as the endpoint. That's where we want it to actually slide in. So let's go to the beginning of the timeline. Then once we get to the beginning of the timeline, simply move the split center all the way to the left. Let's see how this looks. It's pretty nice, right? Now our story is much more alive, and now we can watch our friends interact until the call is over. And that's just the start. With even more layers and more split screens, you can easily create even more complex conversations. So you just achieved in minutes what normally would be too complex to even bother with. Thanks so much for your time. Happy editing.